EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and New England Patriots.
Your 2025 New England Patriots.
Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll run out of the gun. This is White. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, New England.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw, it's Brady. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Patriots first down.
The 25-yard line.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Set to go now on first and 10. Now Gibson. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now Brady. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Play 8 of the opening, and now they face third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot.
Handoff to the fullback.
One of the disadvantages of giving the ball in this situation to your fullback is now you're short one blocker. I'd like to see him give it to their more traditional running back in this case, because now it brings up fourth down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This from 34 yards. That one is good. And the Patriots are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Swing this one out to White. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. picked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 3rd down, it's Brady. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 37 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you, that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, New England.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 5. A carry now for Gibson. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often...
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's a throw right side taken by Bryant. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Boom, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The motion man here is Bourne. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's Gibson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Brady. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That one way too slow in developing. They rallied on the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
24 yards.
A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Vegas.
24-yard gain on the play.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Complete to number
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the 31, here is second and a couple. Now a give up the middle. And he will score! Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. So after one, it's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Patriots offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Brady to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
To the air is Brady. Open man there. It is Bourne. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground, Gibson. And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
On play action, here's Brady. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Here, Mike, they got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, New England.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
The try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats are in the lead by the score 13-7.
Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Brady set to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
Well, a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On 1st down, it's White. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady looking to throw. This one complete right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
First down.
That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you do it.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and that can be a lot of gain.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The kicking team on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Patriots add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Now, faking the give. Short pass. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Patriots are going to recover. Good work to get the first down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that first down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds.
He'll find his running back, White. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Going right, it's taken in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd down, they need 5. Back to throw. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. And that brings up 4th down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
Complete to number 87. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
1st down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. The RPO, that one is complete, and he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are back within 6.
The score, Patriots Patriots 20, Raiders 14.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return starts from the 5. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
Complete to number 86. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Give on the ground, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
That's caught by Bourne. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Up 2nd and 9.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. The pass will stop it here, and they'll use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Brady. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. You didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Patriots going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Before every game, we see these kickers. They have a very set and clear routine. We're down there on the field a lot of the times when they're working through it. They start in close, and then they work their way progressively back towards midfield. They end up taking the last couple kicks right around the logo, and that routine certainly paid off here.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Right back to him on first down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Las Vegas, first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
The Raiders have their punt team out there, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own
The Patriots
19-yard line.
offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
And the Patriots
13 yards on that pass play. First down, New England.
Bar here today. Putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
1st and 10.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Cleveland Furl able to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air is Brady. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And it'll be 3rd down. Brady to throw. That's deep to the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
In the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards away. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Pats will extend their third quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Whoa! And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And the Raider first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 12 more yards from him there, and another 1st down.
That's another Raiders.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
He'll hit Tucker on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He'll get this complete to Gallup. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
18-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short of it, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 on the play.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Vegas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders have cut the deficit to 5.
Raiders 21.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that play. 1 first down.
First down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run out of the gun. This is White. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll run here with Gibson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Brady looking to throw. He takes off.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, and a give to White. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Gibson. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
The offense will stay out trying to get this final yard. It is 4th and goal. He'll go. It's White. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Raider 1st down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun. He'll throw. He'll air it out down the middle. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Las Vegas. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. A safe kick, taken, and the 5. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Brady. They'll set up the screen to White. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the ground, Gibson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brady. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Open man, the right side, he's got it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Brady set to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. A carry now for Gibson. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
That's another.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a first down.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, New England.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they've decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll begin here on the ground. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run now. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He's going to air this one out. To Raiders. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
And now the Raiders faced with an important two-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a one-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Now Brady. Well over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The RPO, that one is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
And 10.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, New England.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Bourne.
Complete to number 86. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on his own read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
He was taken down.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a four-vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
To the air is Brady. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw across his body is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game. And
that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are right back in this one.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They bring their tight end right. Here's Gibson. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
10 yards on
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
2nd and inches. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win for the Patriots. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving them much of a shot coming in. But they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.